Hello, welcome back. We're at Moorcroft campsite on North Uist. We're leaving today. We're getting the ferry back to the mainland. So I just thought I'd give you a little update on how it's gone, which isn't great actually. I'm sorry to sound like a complete whinge bag, but this weather has finally got me down for the first time in 6 years of coming to the Outer Hebrides. 2, sometimes 3, I think once even 4 times a year. This is the first time the weather has truly got me down. We've had 10 weeks of wind, rain and cold. It's currently 9 degrees. It'll be June next week. And I've already seen on social media that officially it is the worst May in the Outer Hebrides in 20 years. Temperature wise anyway, it's the coldest. And I think the other problem's been is that cold has not brought any sunshine with it. I've been here before in May when it's been cold, but you generally have northerly winds and sunshine. We've had no sunshine, or what we have had has been very, very brief. And it's got me down, unfortunately, and as such, where usually I'm all sort of energised and creative, aren't I, Dukes? Haven't been. I've been an absolute lazy slob, because I've just not had the will to get out there. I mean, you know, we've been out on the bike a couple of times and been and found Cape, of course, and it's been a good learning experience. There was a time when I thought I would want to live here, and I'm not so sure. I certainly wouldn't want to in my current situation with my family down south, enjoying the job that I have down south and being on my own, being single. It's very hard living up here, and the people who live here work very hard. I think I'm too lazy for that, if I'm honest. So there you have it. So unfortunately there were lots of videos and big plans planned that have not come to fruition, mainly because of the weather. You know, I wanted to show you all around the Airstream, which we will probably still do over the summer, but not as part of this ScotVlog series. So apologies to the American Airstreamers who are watching this. There will be a video coming about, I'll show you around the services and everything about the Airstream in Europe, but I've just not really felt like it, to be honest. And to go outside, you just have all the wind noise. I also want to show you about when we went off-grid in Horgabost. We had to go off-grid, there was no option, because of the lack of LPG, which in itself is an interesting issue, something I might write about in my blog, which is the future of hybrid and electric vehicles now going to jeopardise the availability of LPG at the pump? So do systems such as gas low refillable and safe fill, do they actually have a finite life, which I think they do. I'm not saying don't go and buy them at the moment, because I think LPG at the pump is going to be with us still for a long time, but I don't see the network of LPG pumps increasing. If anything, it will slowly shrink. So that's something. I'd like to make a video about how I go off grid with the different toys I've got. So we'll probably do that over the summer or over the next few weeks. But right now, for the first time in my life, I'm actually quite looking forward to getting on that ferry. And we're heading to, we've got a reservation tonight at Bunree Caravan Club site. I've already booked it. Don't think we're going to make it before 8, so I'll give them a ring once I've got signal, to let them know we'll slope onto the late night arrivals area. That's been another issue. I've not been able to upload a ScotVlog. because the signal here is just, the internet is just too poor. It was going to take 5 hours to upload it from the deli with a Wi-Fi with broadband in Benbecula. As much as I love cake, I can't sit in a deli for 5 hours. It was going to take 23 hours to upload one film on site Wi-Fi, so that wasn't going to happen either. Now, I'm a holiday maker, that's no big issue. You know, sorry guys, you might have to wait a little bit for, and well, it's going to get 3 weeks behind on the way they're released, but you know, at least I am just a holiday maker. I'm not having to try and run a business like some of the folks on here that are getting quite a rough deal. It has to be said, and quite why there are no decent cables being laid. You know, I think there are plans afoot, but why they just keep talking about it and not just get on and do it so these people can get on and make a living. Even I'm cross about it, and I don't even live here. So there you go. That's been our trip to the Outer Hebrides. Not what we expected at all. I had another plan where I wanted to get out on the bike one day and try and visit as many islands as possible. That hasn't happened because we've just not had the weather to do it, which is a bit sad. And I know you don't come here for the weather, but after 10 weeks of this, since leaving Kent, we had 2 nice days in April over Easter, and we've had 2 nice days in May, and that has been it. And now of course the sun's going to come out and make a liar of me, but this is how it goes. Wind, rain, bit of sun, wind, rain, bit of sun. Some days you don't get the sun, but today we've got showers and we're getting the sun. So now you get the beautiful view outside, which is lovely. And that's enough of me waffling on, so thank you for watching, and tune in again soon for the next exciting episode of ScotVlog. Ting! Do you like the ting, dude? He never smiles.